The series begins with a celebration for Mbali Hadebe, who just turned 18. But what should have been a joyous occasion takes a dark turn when authorities abruptly storm in, raiding the home of Mbali's mother, Brenda, a prominent politician. Brenda has been convicted of embezzling funds intended for the needy, sending shockwaves through the community. Brenda's luxurious home becomes a symbol of her alleged corruption, and to make matters worse, Mbali's friends capture the disgrace on video and share their outrage and negative comments online. Ew, what toxic friends. With conflicting emotions, Mbali holds her mother responsible for the current embarrassment and wants to be transferred elsewhere for her studies in order to avoid being mocked by her friends. Brenda reveals that she has no money left to cover Mbali's tuition, as the amount her father left to cover her fees is not sufficient enough for a full tuition. Mbali, overwhelmed by heartbreak and determination, she confronts her mother with a bold declaration. She intends to use the little money left to forge her own path and start a new life on her own terms. Mbali attempts to enroll in a university but faces disappointment when she is unable to secure a spot in any of her desired institutions. It is her former domestic worker who offers a wise suggestion, a consideration of smaller universities or colleges. Mbali is however not okay with this, but has no choice. She reluctantly sets out for Makanda, and upon arriving at Grahamstown College, she instantly hates the place. But in contrast, Jay is thrilled to escape his large family and start his journey at the same college. As Mbali navigates her way through her new surroundings, she unexpectedly collides with Sivu Levin, whom she would soon become utterly smitten with. Sivu, an Olympic-winning rower, asks Mbali to vote for him as the student council president, leaving her stunned by his impressive accomplishments. Sivu extends an invitation for her to watch him compete, sparking furthermore intrigue. Meanwhile, a third-year student named Rayeza is hosting a party at her house the next day, and Sivu persuades her to let Mbali attend as his guest. To add to the mix, when Mbali visits the administration office, she encounters Afiwe, a fellow student who works tirelessly to afford her degree. In a moment of vulnerability, Mbali falsely claims that both her parents are deceased. Afiwe is sorry to hear this. Mbali then approaches an administrator requesting to be changed from an ethics course she deems irrelevant to her marketing degree. But the administrator presents her with a difficult ultimatum to either revise her ethics or fail the semester. As Mbali embarks on her journey through university life, her fellow first-year students eagerly explore campus and join various clubs. It's at this point that Mbali unexpectedly encounters Natalie, whom she fails to recognize from her previous high school and a personal memory of a tampon exchange. Their conversation, however, takes an unexpected dark turn when Mubarak discreetly places a mic in front of Natalie, leading her to accidentally reveal Mbali's true identity as Brenda Hadebe's daughter. This is not good, because this shocked the students, and they invited Mbali disinvited from Rayeza's third-year party. As if that's not enough, Rayeza's podcast The Spill further exposes Mbali's connection to Brenda, leading to more students discovering the truth. The traumatized Mbali cries in her room, where Afiwe storms in and declares herself as Mbali's roommate. The two have an argument highlighting Mbali's advantages and Afiwe's disadvantages. Fed up with the tension, Mbali uses her lipstick to mark the room boundary, warning Afiwe to never cross it. The next day, Mbali arrives late for her lectures but finds comfort in her newfound friendship with Jay, who shares many similarities with her. Caesar, the current student council president, persistently pesters Mbali to support him in his bid for SRC president. This guy even tries to persuade her to seek her mother's assistance in launching his campaign. Wow. He promises to offer access to student council resources and better accommodation. Mbali, however, firmly declines this offer and walks away. Jay engages in conversations with his grinder dates during a volunteer meeting for a student election committee. Tensions arise during the meeting as Sivu and Caesar clash, with Caesar taunting Sivu about his bronze medalist status. Mbali eagerly attends the rowing event, excited to cheer for Sivu. She tries to strike up a conversation with Rayeza, but Rayeza coldly snubs her. Cold indeed. Disheartened, Mbali finds herself sitting with Jay, who's only at the event to sell ADHD pills. Mbali's gaze is fixed on Rayeza, and she wonders how her life took such a downward turn, transforming her from being being the popular and celebrity girl to a nobody that everyone doesn't want to associate with. Desperate to change her image, Mbali sets her sights on dating the hot Olympian Sivu. Her excitement soars when she sees Sivu participating in the race. Later that night, Jay's grinder date turns out to be Caesar, a secretly gay guy. Caesar pleads with Jay not to reveal his sexuality and attempts to initiate intimacy in the car. Simultaneously, the jocks plan to humiliate the freshman boys by coercing them into jumping into a garbage bin filled with cold water and trash. Isn't that called bully? One of the freshmen, Junior, claims that he is claustrophobic, but the senior players disregard his plea and force him into the bin anyway. Junior manages to get out of the cold water in the bin, but the experience leaves him deeply shaken. Sivu Levin, who is the captain, intervenes to stop the senior players, but the damage is already made, and Junior's trauma can physically be seen. Same time, Mbali is browsing through her social media, and she cannot help but notice how much her former friends are having fun at their parties. Frustrated by this, she is determined to reclaim some of her lost social status, and she texts Jay, inviting him to come over the next day because she has a plan to crash Rayeza's party. Jay finds himself in a difficult situation with Caesar. Despite Jay's clear refusal to engage in intimacy before getting to know him better, Caesar forces himself on Jay, which makes Jay feel violated. Jay pushes Caesar away in self-defense, leading to Caesar's anger that causes him to hit Jay and cursing him. In the men's room, Junior meets Sivu, who advises him to forget about the previous incident, but Junior, however, expresses his embarrassment and disappointment in Sivu for not coming out to his rescue. He really looks traumatized and not in the mood to talk about it. Mbali is shocked to see Jay's bruised eye from the previous date fight. The two plan to sneak into Rayeza's party. Mbali hopes to change the people's perception of her, while Jay plans to make some money by offering rides in his car to fellow students. Mbali manages to infiltrate the party and starts live streaming live on social media to show her friends that she is cool again. It's only at this moment that things get ugly when someone throws a water balloon at Mbali. Mbali rushes to the bathroom to dry off and unexpectedly meets Sivu Levin, who is still upset about Junior's remarks from the previous night. Sivu comforts Mbali and then calls her outside to confront the person responsible for the water balloon splash incident. A confrontation ensues between Sivu and the other guy, resulting in a fight that ends with Sivu breaking his arm. To Mbali's surprise, Sivu's girlfriend Pearl arrives to help him, leaving Mbali with more questions than answers because she has had no such thing like Sivu Levin's girlfriend. Things get intense in episode 2, so subscribe so you won't miss on it, or if you see it on the screen, be sure to click on it to watch more drama.